Morning class. I hope you have prepared for exams. Okay. Pass it back. Pass it back. And pass it back. Not for this attendance. Please don't do it. So, please pass it back and not do it. Let's see. Start. Do not put the person back in the action. Please put your correct marking numbers, your name, where it's supposed to be. So, your time is you have 2 hours for this exam. I'm giving you the instructions very well. So well, go and start. No sidewalks. Please, help, hurry!
So tell me, Imelda, what happened?
It all started in 2018. I gained admission into Christopher University to study mass communication. I was assigned to Janet Hall. I'm so 6. I kickstarted the semester with emphasizing and laser focus.
So timeliness is a crucial factor in determining whether an issue or a report or an event will be reported in the media or not. If somebody asks us that which of these two journalists or which category of journalists will be more critical of time, than the other, what will our response be? Can you answer that question? Yes.
I think it would be broadcaster.
Why?
Because he's the timeline between the newspaper broadcaster and the journalist broadcaster is shorter.
Okay, the production cycle, as I said. Okay, which one is longer?
The newspaper.
The newspaper still has more time.
I was a pride of my department.
Every lecturer's favorite.
Case of robbery, the particular location. That's a channel is a national TV, yeah, and we are broadcasting an issue pertaining to government or COVID-19. I feel to pick, you have to go for COVID-19 because COVID-19 is a global issue.
You have the point that you are.
Time came for second semester examination again. I was prepared and I was preparing at the same time. I later came across a trend on the WhatsApp group chat which spoke about the benefits of hard drugs to students.
Afana, fine girl, what's up? This one I'm picture. No man. I have fun now. That assignment also. I don't understand the assignment too.
What don't you understand?
The question is somehow like the way the man twists the question. I don't understand anything there.
Okay, let me explain it. The assignment, you just.
Don't worry. Don't worry. No, as usual now. No, after rice, I will call dinner as usual. Why you laughing?
You are
now?
joking with yourself. This
I'm
time around, you're not
serious.
going to copy you.
You're my G now.
Every time
You know,
always
I will give you small
You're not
something.
copying.
I will give you small something now. Why you do like this now? You know now.
I've heard.
Oh, thank you. That's why I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
supposedly enhances the reading capacity of an individual and the ability to assimilate what he reads.
What's wrong? Oh, babe, I've been trying to read since, but it's not entering. God. And my exam is next week. I'm tired. I'm tired for real. Wait, though. But I'm not sure. I saw something last week on one WhatsApp group like this. You're talking about the benefits of using hard drugs to read. Like it enhances the reading capacity of an individual. But you know, I've been seeing results from this whole hard drug stuff, and majority of them, they always look very sick and they end up bad. I don't know if I should just use it for the meantime. Then after the exam, I could just stop. I don't know, for real. At this point, I'm so confused. Babe, you're not saying anything. I have my reasons. It's actually very simple because I take hard drugs.
For real?
I do.
In this room?
How?
Okay. So that's how you've been doing it?
So how do I do it? How do I run it?
I'm going to introduce you to my dealer. For real? Please, tomorrow, let's make it quick because exam is starting next week. Once we start this exam, I can't leave this school. So I need this thing fast. I can't kill myself like you said.
Just relax. Calm down. I just press my phone all day, but like I take the drugs.
No wonder. I used to ask myself, how do you leave this room and you go and walk with all those small boys? At the end of the day, your result is still fair. Yeah.
Now you know follow the road now.
Please, will show me the way.
Wow.
That's all for me, eh? Thank you, I beg. I don't tire about this.
And you believed that.
Yes, I desperately did. Days passed, and it's been a week. I came across that trend. The trend was living rent-free in my head. Having been that I've been battling with a particular course since the semester began. Later on, my roommate introduced me to a dealer.
I'm not at the location. Where are you? Okay.
Babe, have fun now. Where is
It's coming now.
There's no time.
Have fun, guy. You see, be my guy now. My friend just need down. Don't worry, I will pay you. Your account number, beg. Thank you, Jerry. Later.
And I believed if I take the drugs, it would help me with the course I was battling with. This was the beginning of my hell.
earth. I thought it was a one-time thing, but as time went on, I got addicted.
I am privileged to be the director of a film called TRAINSPOTTER. And it's a film and a film project by 200 level mass communication student Christopher University. And trust me, it is a film you will learn. It talks about do not follow the trend. And as my mentor would say, do not follow the trend because the trend is not your friend. And I add by saying the trend will end. So please, I beg you, do not follow the trend because you don't know how toxic trend can be. Everything I know, as I say, I keep saying it, everything I know about filming, about directing, all the aspects of filming, both in town and even in town, I learned everything from it. I learned everything from it, the glory of God. If I could stay today to direct, I remember when I was directing TRAINSPOTTER, I was also directing the business at the same time. We were shooting simultaneously, to a point that I was even getting the scenes confused that, look, are we shooting for TRAINSPOTTER or we are shooting for business? But trust me, it was a nice experience, and I give glory to God and I give glory to my mentor, Dr. Referi. Thank you very much, sir, for teaching me, for impacting me, because if you have not taught me, I won't be able to teach.
Session finally came to an end, and the long-awaited summer break was here again. That was when I believed in the saying, I the man, it's the devil's workshop. My addiction for hard drugs grew stronger and stronger, and I could see myself falling deeply. But the more I tried pulling myself away from the addiction, the tighter its grip on me. I began misbehaving towards people around me. And according to them, I was acting insane. I thought they were all hate speeches. Never did I know I was actually killing myself. At the beginning of the session, I was a shadow of myself. That young 100-level student, filled with enthusiasm and laser focus, who was the pride of our department and every lecturer's favorite, was completely a shadow of herself.
That is a class of journalists in Nigeria that is especially respected, and they always accorded a prime position in the scheme of things in Nigeria. The topic is a two-in-one topic. One, talking about the professional mandate, which has been given to you by the Guild of Editors, the Guild of Editors, and the other one, the professional mandate for critical review writers, and bring out to the fore all those things that are hidden.
A drug addict who needed medical attention, and not just medical, the psychological on top.
Imelda, you know that one of the code of conduct for Christopher University is abstinence from hard drugs. Drug abuse have killed a lot of people in the world, the young, the old, and this is one thing that our institution has tried and is still occurring in the school.
Life went on in Christopher University as my situation grew from worse to worst. I began misbehaving towards people around me, most especially my classmates, and my lecturers. I began seeing the signs for myself. Things went haywire and out of control. I was supposed to take my exam. I collapsed during my last examination, and that led me to the hospital. My parents had to intervene with the agreement of the school to register me in this rehab center.
I've heard of what you have to say, and I believe life has taught you a lot of things. It's not too late to turn a new leaf. Drugs are a waste of time. Whether you sniff it, smoke it, or inject it to your body, it's all the same, and it leads to one thing: addiction. They destroy your memory, your self-respect, your self-esteem, and literally everything that comes with you. And the drugs, you see not just yourself, but only your shadow. I hope you recover from all this. And I hope this session really helped you. I hope you will recover from this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you in our next session.
You mean you went through all of this?
Yes, I did. It wasn't an easy journey, trust me. After the whole therapy session with my therapist, she offered me or granted me a suspension letter. And I was suspended from my school for 1 year. So meaning I missed a session. So I was a year behind my peers. Then, after that, I started having different therapy sessions with her just to help me. You know, the effect of hard drugs is very bad. So, I went through all those sessions with her. Then, I resumed school again. I was back on my feet. I started fighting because I had so much more to do. I represented my school in both national competitions and international competitions. I represented my school very well. We came out first position in all competitions.
Wow, your story needs to be heard by many people. If you want to be a part of this conversation, you can tweet at us at UniChrisTV or drop a comment on Instagram. So, Miss Imelda, what advice can you give to our audience?
First of all, I would advise you all to stay away from toxic trends because trends like this would get you into trouble. I, Imelda, was a young student who just came across the trend innocently and got the best of me. So I advise everyone to stay away from trends that are toxic. Learn to scrutinize your trends, learn to examine your trends. It's not every trend you come across you hop into. And also avoid hard drugs, because it's very hard to leave. In fact, it's almost never possible to get out of drug addiction. It just took God and His grace and His mercy for me to come out of hard drugs. So I advise everyone to stay away from hard drugs because you could get addicted to it. And most importantly, stay away from trends, because the trends will end. Don't be a trend spotter. Thank you.
Nice one given by Miss Imelda. You can still join us on our social media handles at Unichrist TV on Twitter and Instagram, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also join us on our next episode of My Journey. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned. I remain your host, Ikejebe Matilda.
My name is Ngozi Adigwe and I played the role of Imelda in the movie TRAINSPOTTER. Imelda is a girl full of beauty, full of enthusiasm and laser focused in her studies. You know, she was a young teenager who just gained admission into the university to study mass communication, and she started well, she started beautifully, she started seriously. Then she came across a trend, you know, on the net, and the trend, you know, spoke about, you know, the usage of hard drugs and all of that.
My name is Charles Faith, a 200 level mass comm student of Christopher University, and I played the role of therapist in TRAINSPOTTER. My role basically was just to talk to Imelda about what her actions brought her to do, the consequences of her actions, and literally everything.
TRAINSPOTTER is a very interesting and educative movie.
My name is Oyeneke Favor. I'm a 200 level student of mass comm. I played the role of the roommate in the TRAINSPOTTER.
My name is Amunike Erimde Irene. I was the welfare manager and the assistant continuity manager. I was the doctor in the movie who happened to save Imelda's life. Imelda was a student who usually takes drugs, which affected her studies and her health.
I am Matilda Ikejebe, and in TRAINSPOTTER, I played the role of the location manager and the interviewer. The film is basically about youths, teenagers who jump into trends, and it's like an educative film.
My name is Genevieve Isaac, and I'm Imelda's friend in the movie. I was also the production assistant.
My name is Ubo Grace. I'm a mass comm student, 200 level. Okay, in the movie The TRAINSPOTTER, I played the role of the librarian.
My name is Ape Judith Ozoma, 200 level mass comm, class rep. I am the production manager of The TRAINSPOTTER. TRAINSPOTTER is a movie shot by 200 level mass communication of Christopher University.
My name is Rachel Adekomi. I played the role of the assistant director and scriptwriter of TRAINSPOTTER. TRAINSPOTTER is about a student, Imelda, about her following the wrong trend, about reading her books. Things that will make her acquire knowledge faster, but she was wrong about it. The main lesson to learn from this movie is that don't follow the wrong trend. Before you do something, you think. You don't just do things just because others are doing it.
My name is Nathaniel Mosonekachi Jordan, and I was a crew member in the TRAINSPOTTER movie. I was actually also the drug dealer because everyone presumably thinks I'm a drug addict. I was once a drug addict, and that's the reason why I had to play the role, the drug dealer, in order to show that role.
My name is Gomibade Flora, and I was part of the crew members for the movie TRAINSPOTTER. The movie is basically about telling us on how not to take drugs or don't do drugs, focus on your studies.
My name is Kuye Dafe, a 200 level mass communication student. I was a classmate to Imelda.
I'm Onyem Chichukuchiamaka, 200 level mass comm. The movie was actually very interesting to make. I like the fact of how Everybody came together to work. Everything was so nice.
At some point, it was stressful. Mr. Feranmi is our director. He was able to guide and then teach us and correct us in certain things. So the movie can be nice.
It was actually very hectic because we had to do a lot of cuts and we're doing a lot of scenes. So it was stressful because my particular scene, we had to do it in one day and the whole of it was tough. Especially the fact that I was like new to all of this, but like all in all, lessons were learned. So even if we have to do this again, I feel like I have some experience concerning everything, and I feel like the cast and the crew really did a lot of things. For the fact that some of them were actually new to it, they put in their best, and that's what I actually like about everything.
And I want to appreciate the director for all they have done for us throughout this movie, the editing, and the school for giving us the opportunity to shoot this movie. My experience in the movie TRAINSPOTTER was mixed with, fun and stress. So there were situations or days where I have to change at intervals, and the days where I have to go hungry on set, and it was really draining. Also, it was fun, especially the night shoots, and I enjoyed everything in the movie. At the same time, there's sometimes I actually I got tired at some point, but at the end of the day, we pulled through.
This is my first ever time acting, really, and I have to give a testament to the director as well, Mr. Feranmi, because he helped me a lot here.
It was stressful and draining, but with the help of my colleagues, we were able to achieve what we did, and it was perfect.
It was tough because during the production, our director was giving us a very, very tough time. It was actually fun because we were both coming together, like me and my friend, my classmates, we were having fun.
It was fun, it was tough, it was stressful, but I enjoyed it. This brought out my talent and all that. It was actually fun in the movie.
The director is a nice person. At first, it was kind of tough, but with time, he carried everyone along, and it was indeed nice.
The director, Mr. Feranmi, all thanks to him. The movie is a nice movie.
Creating this movie was really, really tough for everybody. Shooting morning, afternoon, night, no resting and everything. It was really tough, but we saw the result at the ending and it was really great. We all did a great job together, working together and achieving what we wanted.
The experience was very stressful, and at some point it was fun also. We thank God for the successful movie production.
I want to give thanks to the school for giving us this opportunity to act this movie. So I want to give credit to the director, Mr. Feranmi. He played a very major role in coming up with this movie. So I say a big thank you to him, more grace to him.
The director is a very nice person, and at some point he was strict on us because we didn't want to pay attention and we didn't want to do it well. But we thank God for everything. I also want to thank the school for putting in their effort and for helping us to achieve this. The director wasn't really nice, yes. He didn't give us refreshments, yes, and he tried a little bit with like putting us together and coming up with this movie.
Our director was also helpful. He was strict too, but then I don't really blame him.
The director of the movie TRAINSPOTTER is Mr. Feranmi. Skills and
He's anyways, Mr. Feranmi is very hardworking. Number one, Mr. Feranmi is very hardworking, and he's the kind of person that he will make sure you get everything done. He's more like a perfectionist. If you don't get it right, he will tell you, cut, repeat it again. So I used to call him a workaholic because the way he contains stress, I actually can't. But at the end of the day, we still pull through. He's a lovable person, very playful, but when it's time to work, his head is in the game. When it's time for you to be serious, you are serious. When it's time to play, you play, and all of that. And I really like him. Even though sometimes, if you get, but all the same, he's a good person. Very, very cool person.
Amazing director, Mr. Feranmi Akinsuroju. He was amazing, and he was a big motivation for us when we were about to give up. I mean, he's good, and he's hardworking.
our director, he really gave us a tough time, but he is doing his was for the best of this movie and to educate us on how to be ourselves and everything.
And the school, the environment was very conducive for acting.
Okay, I want to use this medium to appreciate my department, the Department of Mass Communication of Christopher University. First of all, I want to appreciate my classmates. They did very well in the production, of which I appreciate. I want to appreciate the whole mass comm department, because we still had some people who were not even in my level that still, worked with us in the production. And this is not something everybody can do. I want to appreciate Christopher University for giving us the environment, because every single scene we used the school. And I want to appreciate the Chancellor of the school, Christopher Eze. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate your efforts and the work you put into the school and the students. And, a big shout out to Mrs. Nina Eze. I love you, ma'am. I love you so, so much. And I really miss you.
The school helped once again. Like, they helped because I don't think we'll be able to, would have been able to do anything if it wasn't for the school. I wouldn't have been able to meet these wonderful people I have as classmates. The wonderful people I have as like my director, and so all glory to God.
And I want to give a big shout out to my colleagues. It's not easy. I'm on the big screen.
My name is Feranmi Samuel Akinsuroju. I am privileged to be the director of the film called TRAINSPOTTER. And it is a film and a film project by 200 level mass communication students of Christopher University, and trust me, it is a film you must watch. It talks about do not follow the trend, and as my mentor would say, do not follow the trend because the trend is not your friend. And I add by saying the trend would end. So please, I beg you, do not follow the trend because you don't know how toxic the trend can be. Everything I know today, as I say, I keep saying it, everything I know about filming, about directing, all the aspects of filming, both in town and even in down, I learned everything from you. I learned everything from you, to the glory of God. If I could stay today to direct, I remember when I was directing TRAINSPOTTER, I was also directing the Faces Picture at the same time. We were shooting simultaneously, to a point that I was even getting the scenes confused that, wait, are we shooting for TRAINSPOTTER or we are shooting for the Faces Picture? But trust me, it was a nice experience, and I give glory to God, and I give glory to my mentor, Dr. Williams. Thank you very much, sir, for teaching me, for impacting me, because if you have not taught me, I won't be able to teach you. I appreciate working with them to a large extent. They made the work easy and they made it hard at the same time. Keep the good work up.
I lost you.